The date was July 16th, 1918. In the early morning hours, the former Russian Imperial Family was woken up by their Bolshevik captors and told to go to the basement of the house they were imprisoned in, the Empatiev house, for a family picture to be taken. With them, so came their staff also to be part of the picture. But when they went to the basement, they weren't greeted by camera, but by guns. The Romanovs and their staff were mercilessly slaughtered by Bolshevik soldiers using guns and daggers, after which the corpses were unceremoniously dumped in an abandoned mine shaft, and with their death was the final end of Imperial Russia. Now, the question is, why didn't anyone try to rescue the Romanovs from their fate? They had relatives on thrones across Europe, with King George V of the UK being the former Tsar's first cousin. And it's not like they didn't have any time, because Tsar Nicholas II abdicated in February 1917, a whole year prior to this. Not to mention, there was a provisional government in Russia after the Tsar abdicated that actually was okay with the Romanovs leaving, before the Bolsheviks showed up. So the true answer is that it's complicated. Firstly, let's start with why the UK didn't help. Let's say the Romanovs in the UK didn't have the best of reputations. They were known as mystical lunatics due to their high trust in the supposed mystical healer Grigory Rasputin for the health of the former Empress Alexandra and the couple's only son Alexei. This would distance them farther from all other royals and drew suspicion among their own people. Not to mention that the British people hated the former Tsar, decrying him as the Bloody Nicholas due to his very questionable choices as Tsar. The fact that the former Empress was also a German, and that was a no-no both in Russia and the United Kingdom, along with a couple of other nations at the time due to the ongoing First World War. But in the end, the UK accepted the Russian government's proposal to exile the Romanovs from Russia, and the UK was willing to take them in. But it didn't take the UK that long to change its mind. Due to the reasons prior, even the King of the United Kingdom asked the Parliament to take back their offer, especially when the King's secretary told him that if the UK brought the Romanovs in, the country could face an anti-monarchy slash a pro-socialist uprising of their own. With the fact how anti-German the United Kingdom was at the time, the royal house of the UK even changed its name from the German Saxe-Coburg Gotha to the more British Windsor in 1917. So he sent through with his offer to Parliament to reject Russia's offer, even when he could be accused of abandoning his family for politics. Anyway, these were also the main reasons why other countries and monarchies also refused to help the Romanovs, along with the reason for accidentally antagonizing the new Russian government in the process. So by the end, the Romanovs were truly alone. The end. In August 1917, the family was relocated to the remote city of Tobolsk in Siberia. Finally, when the Bolsheviks came to power in November, their fate was pretty much sealed, as this government wanted the Romanovs dead. They were then transferred again to now Ekaterinburg and housed in the ominous House of Special Purpose, the Empatiev House, and the rest is history. Though only the former Tsar's execution was announced at first, it would be months before people knew what happened to his wife and 5 children. When the news did break through, though, some members of the British royal family wished that at least they would have rescued the children. Anyway, in 1919, The UK sent a ship to Crimea to rescue any other surviving members of the imperial family, such as the descendants of the czars that came before him, and that's the most they did.